One individual was at my driver door with his back to me, looking back. The other individual was at my passenger door, facing me, being a lookout.
Meet Percy Payne. What Percy went through is the exact reason why Job Zombie exists. His employer could care less about him. Why? Because Percy had a job. Keep watching as we'll see how Percy ended up in front of a news crew in front of a whole nation. Security guards are categorized into different levels. From the understanding we have of Percy Payne's situation, he was a level 2 guard, which is the beginning option when it comes to becoming a trained security guard. Level 2s don't chase after people, unless it's your own property. Level 2s don't get paid much. We're talking $20,350 on average a year. And level 2s apparently do not receive police assistance when they call for help.
Young individual tried to run me over with his scooter multiple times, and then that's when they started to assault.
Payne says he noticed a screwdriver in one of their pockets.
I heard the individual say, "Hold him," and that's when he went for the screwdriver to try to stab me. I let them go and immediately went to get my work phone to call 911.
Payne told the dispatcher he wasn't hurt badly enough to require EMS, but needed an officer to respond because of what happened to him.
Even though I told her I got assaulted, she told me we will not be sending police officers out there because they did not steal your car, and that is when I hung up.
He called 911 again a few minutes later.
I got a different operator. I told her the situation. She apologized.
About an hour after that, an officer did arrive who Payne says was very helpful, and the attack is being investigated by detectives as an aggravated assault.
Officer told me that call should have been an emergency case. I don't think that it was taken as seriously as it should have been.
Billions of people on this earth would rather subject themselves to the often unfair treatment that permeates workplaces around the world instead of dedicating their time to the pursuit of entrepreneurship. Because of this, employees worldwide are becoming more emotionally unstable, unable to treat their fellow coworkers with respect. This is what happened to Mr. Payne.
It was as we were discussing this that Payne's supervisor with previous security walked up and asked him to stop talking with us while he was on the job.
We are very sorry that happened to you. We have a policy. You're not supposed to do any interviews in your uniform. If you want to do this as a private citizen, you can.
I understand what you're saying, but it's also my safety.
And
this is the only way my situation will get out there.
Things escalated with Percy making the decision to quit.
Take your uniform off?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But the argument continued.
Look, Percy,
I'm pretty sure.
I wouldn't have touched him.
Excuse me.
You touched him.
Is it my fault?
I would say yes, every bit of it is your fault.
Okay. Thank you. Here you go.
No worries.
The fact that my supervisor basically told me it was my fault that I got assaulted, that let me know all I needed to know.
Oh yes, toxicity at its finest. And thankfully, Percy didn't stick around at this job to be insulted by a supervisor that is supposed to have his back in such a traumatic experience such as this. This is the unfair treatment that was spoken of earlier, which poisons workplaces globally and leads to the creation of platforms like Job Zombie, where grievances are heard and ways to deal with them are recommended because there are an estimated 20 million private security guards employed on this planet, and Mr. Payne's situation is certainly not an isolated case. It just happens to be a public one. Low pay, horrible hours, limited career advancement, high stress and personal safety concerns do not have to remain your future because Job Zombie is your motivation to place your career into your own hands. Don't leave this video without subscribing to the channel. And, as always, thanks for watching.